Hi guys, welcome. Uh, Today we are going to talk about day-to-day problems that you must be facing in your preparation, as we all are in our final phases of preparation. And there are so many things that you people have shared with me, so many doubts, so many problems. GT scores are not improving, or how to wrap up all the 19 subjects in the given time, and how to wrap up ophthalmology in 20 days. So I'm going to answer all these questions. We are just waiting for a couple of minutes so that people can join in, and meanwhile you can um, share your doubts, your queries in the comment section, so that we can talk about them too. Good evening, everyone. And first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. And I wish you all the very best in this coming year, so that all your dreams, all your aspirations, your dream seat, you may get through in this year. So we can all start. You can start messaging your questions. Many messages I've already got. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So we can start discussing. Now, first of all, let us take a general thing, how to study ophthalmology. Now, when we talk about studying the ophthalmology, we have to see at what phase of preparation we are. Are we talking for revising the ophthalmology or covering the ophthalmology for the prof, then for the final exam, and then for your neet pg entrance examination? So basically, we can divide the ophthalmology preparation in these three phases. If I talk about the prof, see, if you are a third year and you are studying the ophthalmology for the very first time, it's always better. Ophthalmology being a volatile subject, little technical subject, it is somewhat difficult to understand ophthalmology by yourself. Okay, so from whichever source you have studied ophthalmology, if you are studying ophthalmology from my notes, like I can say that I have covered whole of the Qurana in my notes. So you when you go through the notes and you are done with them, and if you read the Qurana after that, that will be just a cakewalk for you, and you will see that you know everything out of it. As far as Parsons is concerned, see, Parsons is a book not mainly for the undergrads, but if you are reading it, it's nothing like that, because reading the textbook is always a pearl. And because it is difficult to understand the Parsons by yourself, so we have given the Parsons series to you. But nevertheless, even if you are going through my app or my notes, if you or you have read it from anywhere, you will see that in my um, content, even the Parsons is incorporated, and all the important flow charts, important images of the Parsons is also there. So I think that is sufficient enough, that you have understood that you need not read any other thing for your prof exam. So again and again, you have to go through the notes, read them thoroughly, do their practice, and then you will be able to solve all your prof questions. So what you can do after reading the notes, you can go through the reading from the textbook, and then solve at least 3 to 4 years of question papers. So when you are able to do 3 to 4 years of question papers, you will see that more than 95%, more than 95% of the questions you are able to solve from these ophthalmology notes, whether it's a short answer question, long answer question, or it's a short note, anything. And if you feel like that one to two questions here and there are asked, particularly in your college or your medical college, then you can read that portion only from the book. Otherwise, I am telling you, and it is being told by so many students, that nothing else you require. the instrument video that I have given to you. Please read, see that instrument video just before your vivas, and you have that PDF also. Revise all the instruments so you will be able to give all the viva voce questions also. Now, as far as your long case will be given, so mostly the long case that is given is on cataract or glaucoma, and we do cataract and glaucoma in great details. So that is again not a problem. They will give you a case, and obviously they will be asking you the questions on that portion only, on cataract and glaucoma. So prof examination is not a problem. Another important thing is that what is the order in which we should read ophthalmology. So it's always better to read the ophthalmology, I would say, in the same order that I have given you in your notes on your or in your app, because that is the most logical way, most logical sequence of reading the ophthalmology. We will start from the basic anatomy, and then we deal with the cataract and glaucoma, and then we will go towards the posterior segment. So it's always more logical to cover first the anterior segment and then going towards the posterior segment. So this was your prof study. Now towards your final examination, now once you have done this, you are thorough, then you can continue doing your MCQs and reading as per your PG entrance. Once you have done all this exercise, okay, then continue. And towards the end of your exams, I think last 15 to 20 days, 3 weeks, three subjects you have in your third prof. So 3 weeks you can give, 1 week for each subject. And if you have already done it thoroughly, I think you will not require more than 1 week for a subject again to revise it, to read the questions, vivas, everything. So again, for the last 15 to 20 days you can cover up. Okay, now if I come to the PG entrance, now see, um, again it will be divided into several things. If you have already done the ophthalmology from any platform, you must be having the notes. So notes from any platform are gold standard, you know. If you have read the ophthalmology, like if you see the content that I give is more than sufficient to wrap up the things. And most of the things will be from there only. Okay, from the last so many papers also, we are seeing that we are having more than 95% success rate, so that is more than sufficient. So yeah, you know, you do not be distracted by fear of missing out something and noting some bit from here. So that always goes against and creates unnecessary crowding in your notebooks, and you are not able to revise the things at the last minute. So that is not a very good idea. Yeah, but you have to do a lot of MCQ practice, so that is very crucial. We have seen that those people who have not practiced MCQs, they have just done the theory in the third year, then final year. Now as they reach the internship and they start giving the test, though they know everything, but they are not very habitual, not very familiar of giving the MCQs, and then suddenly they found that you know, the score is not coming good, and they message me ki, ma'am, we were knowing everything, and we had revised the content so many times, but still what's the reason we are not getting a good score in GT? So obviously, you know, knowing the theory and doing the MCQs based on it, giving the grant test is completely different thing. Because you know, uh, first of all, theory and MCQs is different, and secondly, not only the MCQs of one subject, you are giving the MCQs of total 19 subjects. So you have to actually give a practice to your brain, that see, we have to do the questions not as if I'm doing the question of ophthalmology or pediatrics or surgery or medicine. I am doing a case. So and that is also a scenario nowadays. You are getting more and more clinical case scenarios. So basically, what is more important is that you start practicing the questions and you start giving the test. I know when we are in third year and we are in final year, we feel that, you know, entrance examination is very far, and we are not completed with all the subjects, so why should I give a test? And obviously, you know, we feel that we will get a low score and we will start feeling demotivated. But it's better to start feeling demotivated now, in in comparison to the last stage when you have to give the actual paper and you have no practice and you feel low there. So it's good, start giving the test, feel low now, give more and more practice, and see what are the mistakes where you are getting dilemma, what is the problem that you are facing there. And slowly and gradually you will see that you are improving, because again, as I always say, that knowing a question, knowing the theory part of it, and actually doing MCQs are two different things. And unless and until you have done a lot of practice, plus you will find that these tests and these questions are also the learning tool, they are not just the testing tool. And slowly and gradually you will learn the things, something new points. Now, one more important thing, sometimes maybe you have read whole of the glaucoma, you have read congenital glaucoma, open angle closure, secondary glaucoma, and you have started doing the questions, and you feel some this point, they say all of the following are true about the glaucoma, except, and you get see one or two points here and there which are which you really do not know. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to note only those one or two points. You have to note only those one or two points out of it, and you don't start reading whole of the topic. Okay, that does not mean that you have to really know whole of the topic. Whole of the thing that you need to know already is known to you. One or two points maybe here and there that you can add up there. Okay, and that is the reason why I always ask you to leave one page after every topic. So maybe because you get an urge to I will write everything, and maybe this is also important, so not a problem, but you write it at an extra page, so that at the last minute what is the main thing that you have to learn, and what is that extra thing that you have taken, so that if you have scanty time, you do not have much time, what is the preferred thing, what you have to read first and what you can leave. So that is also very very important. Now, if you talk about all the subjects, see, you are already on 4th of January. So I know that you all have completed your first reading, and as I gave you the first plan, the 100-day strategy, in that also we had discussed that you have to finish up all the subject first reading by December itself. No matter any subject or any topic is left, you have to leave it and you have to go forward. So now you must be in your at least second phase of reading. You have already done, um already you have done. I think net is coming a bit slow. Just a second. uh, yeah. So uh, now you must be in your second stage of the preparation, second stage of the reading, and by all means you have to complete this reading by the end of this month also, because I want at least three readings to be done, and you have to complete your third reading before 5th of March. So that is again very very important. Okay, now for what you have to do in the last 4 to 5 days. So because your paper is most probably on 5th of March, so you have first, second, third and fourth. So you have to read all the volatile things, all those mistakes that you have been doing in your GTs, all your mistakes that you have been doing in your MCQs, in your PYQs, very very importantly. So pick up your white booklet. I think that is the most crisp and concise method of reading all the subjects in the least time. And the most high yield thing, what you have to do is that in the last 4 to 5 days you have to spend your mind with the most high yield. You have to focus on that. Okay, so vibe is a very good thing, PYQs is a very good thing, and if you have made your own 20th notebook, nothing like that. Okay, how many days before examination we should do the last revision? So hi Shiv, actually there is no perfect formula that I can say these many days. You people know yourself how many days you can retain and after how many days you start forgetting. So we can plan it like that also. But I would say that if your paper is on 5th of March, okay, so in the fab, like we have 28 days. So at least in the last 15 days, we should be able to revisit every of the subject, not every of the topic, every of the subject I'm saying. So last 15 days may or you pick up last 19 days. Okay, so last 19 days may we will be revisiting every subject, okay, not the every topic, the high yield topics or the pyq topics of every subject in the last 19 days, and again a quick revision in the last 4 days. So that is most important way. Okay, see, more number of revisions are usually good, but that does not mean that if you are a slow learner and you are taking more time, then you will not perform. That is perfectly not the case, because everyone has a different kind of learning mode. Some are slow learners but they retain it for a longer time, some are fast learners and but they retain it for a shorter time. So it's not ki this is perfect or this is perfect. Yeah, everything is perfect. You have to just plan accordingly, see yourself, observe yourself, what type of learner you are, and do your preparation in that way. Now something about the GT score. See, GT scores may be low or high, but that does not mean that you will stop giving the GTs. Okay, you may not give the GTs in the last 15 days. Okay, so that I'm saying by myself only, that if you do not want, you don't give the GTs in the last 15 days. If you feel that I'll get demotivated or I'm getting low, then it's okay. Don't give GTs in the last 15 days. Whatever GTs you have done till now, you can work upon them, focus on them, and we can actually improve on them. Okay, but otherwise before that you should give the GTs. Now see, one thing more, grand tests are important. Like if I talk about the Bhartiya grand test, they are the gold standard. We are trying to make the grand test most high yield and including all the PYQs, but obviously one or two questions here and there can be there which you may not be knowing, or which is not coming from the PYQ. So it's perfectly fine. We do it deliberately because certain questions are always coming in the examination unexpectedly. So in order to maintain the same pace, in order to maintain the level high, because people have always perseverance that Bhartiya grand tests are even a level higher than the main paper. So we are always one step ahead in the preparation. So even if you get one step higher difficulty paper, we are always performing. Bhartiya students are always performing, so that is the reason. So don't worry about one or two questions if you do not know, or if it is not from the course, not a problem. See, the rank is not decided by those one to two questions. Rank is decided by the crux, by the maximum thing. So see, as a whole you do or not, then you have to do the review of these GT subject wise and topic wise. First go subject to subject, which subject I'm very good at it, make a separate list, which subjects I'm weak in. Okay, now the subjects that I'm weak in, now note down the topics, from which topics I have done this question wrong, or from this topic I am doing it wrong. So note down those topics and read those topic first. See, you don't have to read A to Z nth number of times. Basically you have to decide the time, you have to divide it wisely. You have to read the weaker things, difficult things more number of times, and so that you are fluent in them also. Okay, don't think that I have to come to 1 to 100 1 to 100 every time. Spend more time in those areas which you are weak in. So when you are starting reviewing your things in this subject wise and the topic wise manner, I'm sure your GT score will improve. Second thing, don't overmark the questions even if you do not know. Okay, because sometimes what you have done, what we do is that we do lesser number of right, but we do even more number of wrong. So those number of negatives will actually bring you down. So try to increase your positives and try to decrease your negatives. So increasing the positives and side by side decreasing the negatives is as important. Okay, that is also a very important secret of improving the GT scores. You people keep on asking me that how to improve the GT scores. The thing is that out of curiosity or maybe out of anxiety, we keep on attempting the questions even if we do not know. So first you have to see that at least two options you know or not. If you are not confident and you do not know anything about at least two of the options of that question, don't attempt that question. Okay, after the examination, see those questions, note down what topics they are, and see if they are from the previous year questions. So if they are from the previous year questions and these topics and you have missed them, then certainly you can't afford to do them, then you have to do it. If it is not, leave that question. Okay, don't assess your performance from those questions. Okay, secondly, don't get affected by the GT scores. They are the part of preparation and they are not the final score. So keep one notebook handy, start noting down all the dates and at which you are giving the test, write down the score and write down the mistakes also. Okay. uh, Drug doses are important. Are you asking about ophthalmology or drug doses in general? um, uh, So, see, all these news that exam postpone and all, I don't want to talk about all these things unless and until we get something very, very concrete. And you should not waste time in all these things. Continue to study as if your paper is on 5th of March. Because what if took it as that it will be postponed in July and it took place in March only? So it's always better that you consider that your paper will be on 5th of March only. If you're getting extra time, then it's well and good. Even if you're not getting extra time, then you must be ready by then. Okay. In general and in ophthal, see, as far as ophthal is concerned, I don't think that you need to learn the drug doses. And pharma may, of course, certain doses are important, not all. If I talk about the toxicity, है ना? So at what dosage the toxicity of the drugs occur? Like I tell you in the bullseye maculopathy, chloroquine toxicity, hydrochloroquine toxicity, how much drug dosage can lead to toxicity. So obviously, at those places, the drug dosages are important. ठीक है ना? Now, image based spots, I always get wrong. Image based spots means spot diagnosis. Are you talking? See, image based questions. Should we see the y for sure? Sure, up to the power infinity. Matlab, it's a blunder to leave y. You have to do vibe, that is definite. Acha, if you're weak at the image based questions, I will definitely say that again do the vibe images are the most important. So every faculty has tried to cover all the most important images in the vibe, along with the theory also. So keep on looking at vibe again and again. That will help you in the mini revision also, and that will help you in the image discussion also. Okay. Staphyloma in 2022 neat. Okay. Can you take a YouTube session on images? Yeah, I will take. And Shiv, I have taken multiple YouTube sessions on the images. They are available on my YouTube channel as well as on the DBMCI YouTube channel. So, okay, I will try to come again, but I think all of them have been covered in the vibe. Then fundus images ka session I have taken separately. Last year also, I had taken all the images. uh I think you can stop creating this nonsense, otherwise I'll block you. Okay. So yeah. So what happens that last year also I had taken the image based session all topic wise. So you can revise from that also, and nevertheless I'll see if I can do the image based session again before that. But don't just wait for that session. Okay, maybe I'll come up with that session, but before that, please look for the vibe. There I have discussed 70 images, and in each image I have discussed the questions along with the four options. So basically, I have discussed four questions, four topics in one question. And so that means 17 to 4. Okay. So basically 280. So at least, if you are getting 200 to 250 topics in the ophthalmology along with the image, I think ophtha mein iske beyond you cannot get the images. So that is the best way of revising the ophthalmology with the vibe. Okay. mm, all right. So, can you tell us about studying hours and how did you crack the exam? Shiva, definitely I would like to tell you, but because that was a long time back, and the competitive areas keep on changing, and moreover, everybody has his or her own way of studying, so we cannot compare. But the thing is that you have to study, and number of hours as well as the quality of hours that you are putting in, both are important. So quantity and quality both are important, and I would say if you're comparing between the two, definitely the quality. So if you're sitting in front of your books for hours, and if you're not studying, you're not focusing, that is fake, you know, and waste also. So but at this stage I would say that minimum 10 hours, like it can go even 12 to 14 hours, but see if you are able to focus for those many hours. And 6 hours of sleep, so 14 hours of studying, 6 hours of sleep makes it 20, and 4 hours for your eating and the general things. Now this 14 hours is 10 plus 10 to 14, so anywhere between 10 to 14, whatever you are able to focus in, because some people are studying for less time but they have high focus, some people are studying for more time, less focus. So you have to see what is best for you, and how many hours you can put in. But I would say don't go beyond 14 hours, and don't go less than 10 hours. That is the gold standard. So between 10 to 14. And sleeping, don't sleep more than 8 hours. So this is between 6 to 8. Don't sleep less than 6 hours, and don't sleep more than 8 hours again. And don't take big meals, that is again very very important. Don't take big meals. Short and frequent meals you can take. So every 2 hours you can take a break, you can eat something light and go to study. That was also my secret, because every time you are eating heavy, you feel sleepy, and you will go to sleep. So you have to eat in a very very restricted manner, and don't take a break for eating. Basically you have to eat during the break, okay? So don't do vice versa. And consistency, I think even today, one thing that I am fond of most, and the secret of mine is the consistency. So you know about the rabbit and the tortoise. So even if you are a fast learner but you behave as a rabbit and you become complacent towards the end, so tortoise will win actually, and nobody's a tortoise nowadays. So very very important is maintain the consistency. So even if you are studying for 10 hours but daily, you are better than a person who is studying for 14 hours but studying only for half of the time. So that is again very very important. I am not able to concentrate, especially on ophthal. So basically if you are not able to concentrate, you are not serious, and you really do not want that thing. Because if you are really serious about something, you want it, then you will definitely be able to focus, and you will do definitely whatever is required to get this. MCQ rapid discussion video for FMG. Definitely, Webab. I will come with the rapid revision video both for the NEET PG as well as FMG students. Very soon, I'll come up. Okay. Yeah, I am not able to concentrate. Okay, how many PYQs is enough for NEET? PYQ means only NEET or INCT or FMG. Yeah, Kishore. So very good thing. PYQs. See, PYQs. If I am talking about the NEET PG students, so for you, your PYQs means NEET with the INICT. Okay, NEET questions at least 5 years till 2017, and I am covering in my content also the PYQs up till 2017. उसके बाद you have to do the AIMS questions also at least 3 years. So from 2020, 21, 22, you have got 3 years. 3 years made two papers every year. So six papers that, and five papers of the NEET. So total 11 papers. Okay, this is for NEET. Now talk about FMG students. FMG students के लिए we will do two things. Again, FMG papers, okay, and NEET papers. You may not do the INICT and AIMS, but definitely you have to do the FMG and NEET. Okay, so don't think that if I am a neat aspirant, why should I do the INICT questions repeat in neat. Don't think if I'm a FMG aspirant, why should I do neat papers also do repeat in the FMG. So that is again very very important. And we want MCQ rapid discussion. Yeah. So I will have to plan this thing, whether I'll come with the rapid revision in the form of MCQs, in the form of images. Let me see. And definitely, I will bring a best plan for you people, in which we will do the PYQs also, images also, and maybe rapid revision of some of the important topics. Uh, Okay, then any other question, guys? I think I have tried to cover all the things, starting from the prof by the ophthalmology, final year ophthalmology, NEET PG ophthalmology, and the FMG, how to cover up the ophthalmology in 20 days, and how to review the GTs, how to do, how many revisions have to be done. So I told you this, at least 3 to 4 revisions. If you are able to do more, that is even much better. But at least 3 to 4 revisions are must. Definitely you have to do 3 to 4 revisions. If you have time, you can do even more, but I would say that 3 to 4 revisions you have to do must. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I think I have covered all, and stay tuned to the channel. Please like the video, and please share the video when you if you feel that it is helpful. Share with the students, with the colleagues, with whom you feel that it would be beneficial. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would say please subscribe to the channel. Daily we are coming up with the tip for the examination, how to improve the GT scores, rapid revision of ophthalmology, one liners, and so many things. So stay tuned to the channel. All the best, guys. Take care.